Welcome back to First and Five, the NFL show that you need to watch if you want to sound a bit smart around your mates. This week, we have got 5 more exciting things that you need to watch out for this NFL weekend. And just a quick one, happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans. I hope you're still waddling around your house trying to fight off the food comas.
Oh, here come the meat sweats.
Guys, can I say something sad? We are now entering the final stretch of the NFL season. And while it's been a great season for most fans, I just don't want it to end. But putting my emotions to the side, the final month of the NFL season doesn't mean Thanksgiving, Christmas, or even New Year's. It means MVP talk. And this year it is anyone's award, but there is a few names that we have to pick out. Josh Allen is still in the hunt with 28 total touchdowns to just 9 picks this season. Patrick Mahomes is back in contention with a gritty win versus the Colts last week. He has 22 total touchdowns to just 7 picks with the second most passing yards in the league. Indianapolis star running back Jonathan Taylor is the only non-quarterback in contention. With a whopping 1,197 rushing yards through just 12 weeks and 15 total touchdowns, it makes sense. And then we have our top 2. Drake Maye is probably the closest to our frontrunner Matthew Stafford, with the latter having 30 TDs and just 2 picks on the season. Along with a 9-2 record with the Los Angeles Rams, it really is Matthew Stafford's to lose. Drake Maye, on the other hand, has 21 touchdowns to just 6 picks with the most passing yards in the league with 3,130. But for me, it's down to Jonathan Taylor, Drake Maye, and Matthew Stafford for MVP. Who would have guessed that in September? Right, lads, we need to have a serious discussion about the Kansas City Chiefs. Because somehow, someway, they pulled off a comeback win versus the red-hot Indianapolis Colts last week. Mahomes threw for 352 yards, Kareem Hunt followed on the ground with 104 yards, and Rashee Rice caught 141 yards worth of passes. Remember the last time Mahomes had a chip on his shoulder? The Chiefs had a running back who had great output and a speedy wide receiver. Yeah, they won 3 Super Bowls in 5 years and also went to 5-6. But the Chiefs' next 3 games, the Cowboys, Texans, and Chargers. Heat check. I am recording this on Thanksgiving, so by the time this video comes out, we'll know if the Chiefs actually beat the Cowboys. I reckon they did though. Try and have a guess of what we're about to talk about next. Well, no, this week, I don't want to talk about Shedeur Sanders. I want to talk about the Cleveland Browns defense. Now, even though perfect timing has arrived, don't let one of the most exciting QB talents to come out the draft in the last 20 years distract you from how elite this Cleveland Browns defense is playing. Because the Browns defense have registered an insane 18 total sacks over the last 3 games. They picked up 10 of those in the win versus the Raiders, and despite losing to the Ravens and the Jets, the Browns D has proved that they can get to the opposition quarterback consistently. Now, obviously the leader of that unit is Myles Garrett, and yes, I will say it, Myles Garrett should be the league's MVP. With 18 sacks already on the season and 4 coming up against Lamar Jackson, he is on pace to shatter the previous record of 22.5. That record is shared between TJ Watt in the 2021 season and Michael Strahan in the 2001 season. But not gonna lie guys, I know we laugh at the Cleveland Browns, but they might actually be for real this time. Because with a brilliant draft that saw the Browns sign the likes of, give me a second, Mason Graham, Carson Schwessinger, Quinshon Judkins, Harold Fanning Jr., Dylan Sampson, and Shedeur Sanders, this might be the year that we look back on when we ask the question in a few years, when did the Browns' resurgence really start? Now, as it's week 13, let's have another conversation about the New York Giants. Because over the last few weeks, Big Blue's coaching room has had a major shake-up. Head coach Brian Daboll was relieved of his duties just 2 weeks ago, and this week we saw another sacking in defensive coordinator Shane Bowen. And now we have former offensive coordinator Mike Kafka taking over as interim head coach. But even though the New York Giants are 2-9, I feel like they've played way better than their record shows. Because we have to remember that they have had the toughest schedule in the NFL, with 8 of their 10 losses coming against teams that are already 500 and above this season. And with a season-ending injury to their wide receiver one Malik Neighbors, their running back Cam Scatterboot, and now Jackson Dart on the sidelines, I think they've just been offered a very bad hand. If they can get a solid coaching staff for next season, don't be surprised if the New York Giants flip into a playoff team.
Please, I'm begging you, please, my lord.
And the 5th thing that we have to talk about this week is the coaching carousel. Because with some coaches sitting on the hot seat and others already being fired, NFL owners are going to be sniffing around the league. The Mike McCarthys of the world will surely be taking calls, along with excelling coordinators like Brian Flores, Vance Joseph, Robert Saleh, and Steve Spagnuolo. But like any sport, the trick to finding a new head coach is finding a young one that can innovate and lead the franchise for an extended period of time. Last year, we saw the Bears hire Ben Johnson, the Saints hire Kellen Moore, and the Jags hire Liam Cohen, all of which are under 45 years old. And now I'm going to give you some future NFL head coach ball knowledge. These are the coaches that you need to watch out for. Watch out for Broncos QB head coach Davis Webb, Giants interim head coach coach Mike Kafka, offensive coordinator from the Colts Jim Bob Cooter, and even the Notre Dame Fighting Irish head coach Marcus Freeman. A new dawn of NFL head coaches is upon us. But guys, those are 5 more things to watch out for this NFL weekend. What are your thoughts though? Comment down below and let me know. And as always, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the NFL UK and Ireland YouTube channel. I've been American TJ. Peace.